So look, most people think welcome emails are just a formality, but what they do not realize is that this is the moment where your list is paying the most attention. And in most cases, you are quietly sabotaging that opportunity before you ever make a single offer. That's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through my proven 3-step welcome sequence, which I call AIM, right? Meaning I will walk you through the exact order your first email should go in if you want to build trust first, if you want to create real connection, and if you want to turn your subscribers into long-term buyers, okay? And once you see what these first 3 emails actually are responsible for, you understand exactly why getting them wrong costs you more money than any sales email ever could. Okay, so first of all, let's start by why welcome emails really matter. Okay, so what is exactly welcome emails? Welcome emails are also called nurture campaign or indoctrination sequence. Okay, these are automated emails that go to every single new subscriber who joins your list, right? So these emails have a critical purpose, especially right now when there's so much noise and content being published online. There is fake artificial intelligence everywhere, AI, and the skepticism is at its all-time high and trust is at its all-time low. Okay, so when someone puts their trust in you and they signs up for your newsletter, you need to do absolutely everything to keep that person, okay, to keep the trust of the person and create real connection as quickly as possible. And this is a critical warning to any of you out there. If you are a marketer, if you are a business owner, okay, do not use AI for these emails. Okay, for the love of God, do whatever, but do not use AI to write these emails for you. Okay, because in a world where there is so much generic watered down garbage being published online, you do not want to be among the people that use AI to do the same generic stuff, right? So the primary goal of your welcome sequences or your welcome emails, okay, is to welcome your new subscriber to your community. And I know that's pretty obvious, but these emails need to do far more than simply saying hi or where to buy or what your offer is or who you are, right? Why the first few emails are critical? Because the first few emails you send these new leads will be the most opened emails you ever send them, okay? The most open ones. So these need to be exactly talking to them, exactly building that connection so that they will keep opening your emails, okay? Because this is when they get to form an opinion of who you are, how you can help them, and whether they should stick around and trust you and keep opening your emails. And trust me, okay, you want them to stick around. So understanding like today's long sales cycle, like customers today are savvier than ever, as I said, okay, they're taking much longer time to purchase something because they have a long time decision. They're very skepticism and stuff like that. The average customer now takes well over something about a month. It's not really like exact, but it's approximately to buy from you. Okay, so what they're doing in that first month is watching, waiting, and evaluating your every single move. Okay, so that's why your welcome sequence is arguably some of the most important copy you will write in your business and send it to them. Okay, it really pays to put in extra time and effort into making sure you get these emails right by testing, optimizing, and trying new things all this thing every single time. Okay, so here is the AIM sequence, right? My proven 3-step welcome sequence, which I call AIM sequence, right? The first one is acknowledge, second is include, third is mobilize. Now what is acknowledge? Okay, it's showing them that you understand their needs and validate their decision to join, right? That's the first thing. Second one is include, is making them feel part of your mission and share your authentic story. Third thing is invite them to take action while honoring their buying speed. Now these are like the 3 steps, right, to every welcome sequence and like the 3 emails. So we're going to go and break down each one. So email number 1 is acknowledge, right? So when do you send this? You send this 1 to 2 hours after someone opts in into your list. Now why not immediately? Because that's usually when you send the confirmation email for whatever it is they just signed up for. Okay, usually some sort of free lead magnet or other free resource that they wanted or they signed up for. Okay, that email should go out immediately to deliver the thing they are waiting for. But then you want to follow that up with the official like welcome email to welcome this new person to your community or to your list, right? So that becomes within 1 to 2 hours after they have opted in. Now what to include in the email number 1? Now this is a big moment to show your new lead who you are exactly. Okay, so example, the opening. Okay, yes, I am so happy that you joined us and thrilled to officially welcome you to the, you can come up with any word, that's your program and stuff like that. You're one of us now. I promise we are not a cult, right? Something like that. So notice what's happening here. Literally welcoming them, using their name, making them feel like they belong to the group or they belong to the community, right? Creating a sense of belonging, which is so powerful to do in marketing. And the other thing is showcasing a little bit of personality and talking to them like you will talk to a friend, right? So the secret to the smile of a good first impression in your email is putting a photo of yourself smiling, or in this case a laughing emoji, right? It can be the tool, but if you put your own personal photo, like it will be better than just using an emoji, right? An emoji doesn't deliver the feelings, it doesn't deliver that kind of emotion more than your own photo, right? So people connect with people more than they connect with emojis and stuff like that. So Don't be afraid to have fun and show your personality if that aligns with your personal brand. Okay. Another critical warning is that don't talk about yourself too much. You want to be very careful to not talk about yourself too much in the first email. Okay, I see this all the time with coaches and stuff like that. I know it can feel really hard when we want to tell them all the cool stuff that we've been up to and why they should stick around and pay attention to all those cool stuffs. But remember, if you want to make a good first impression, you need to make it all about them, all about the reader, as quickly as possible, right? So key elements to include in your first email: you want to acknowledge your new subscriber, validate the reason for joining your list, share how you can help them when they decide to stick around and not unsubscribe, because it is very important to show them that you really understand where they are at and the problem that they're looking to solve, because they're there for help or support in some way. Okay, so call it out in black and white. Tell them how you're going to be the one to help them solve it, because this is where you can share your brand promise and USP. Okay, what not to do: you should not, I repeat, okay, you should not be plugging any of your programs or offers or trying to solve them in this early in the sequence. So this email is about building trust, making them feel like they do in fact like belong there to your community or to the list. Okay, a really good way to do this is to offer them more free content that they might find helpful or interesting, or they might expect. Okay, so finally, you can simply let them know that you will be following up again in some couple of days with more information to help them on their journey and some important next steps, right? Or some important more information. So going down to email number 2, which is include. Okay, when do you send this? 2 to 3 days after email 1, right? Why do you want to do this? Because you don't want to overwhelm your prospect, so you want to take it a little bit slow and very good, like you give them space, okay, to absorb it all the information. Okay, so in the second email, you now can go deeper into sharing the mission behind your brand or your business and why they are very important parts. It's a very important part of that mission. Okay, so pull back the curtain and give them a little peek, small peek into your wall. Okay, transparency is really powerful here. So share the story of how your mission came to be, what it really means to you, the reason you do what you do, because it shouldn't just be about making money. Okay, so the goal with this email is not to talk about yourself again and make it all about you, but to show them, hey, I'm a real person. I have struggled with different things. I've gone through hardships in life and I'm not perfect, but I'm here doing this awesome thing and I'm really glad you are here and I hope you stick around. Okay, if you're not writing for a personal brand and you can share personal stories, you could absolutely share the founding story of a product or a company and the mission here, right? So make it all about them. The goal of the email is to simply make your subscriber feel included and connected to you and the brand or your business. Okay, yes, while the majority of this email will be about you and your story, you still want to make sure that you are always bringing it back to them, to the reader, because that's exactly what matters. The reader is what matters, right? Your story does not matter. Okay, so encourage engagement with the PS if you can. Example of a PS can be like, hey, I did love to get to know you better. Reply back to this email and let me know the #1 challenge I can best support you with right now. Why this is brilliant for marketing: you get to know in their own words what your audience is saying they need support with. Also, you can then use this later when you are coming up with offers, programs, or better ways to support your readers, right? It's really helpful, so you can use that too. Down to email number 3, which is mobilize. Now this one you send again 2 to 3 days after email 2. Okay, so the first one you send 1 to 2 hours after your first initial like autoresponder, and then the second one you send it 2 to 3 days after the first email, and then the third one you send it again on average 2 to 3 days after the second email. Now it's time to get your list to action, right? And here is exactly where we need to create engagement, because creating engagement early on is really important, because you want your subscribers to know that this is not a one-way thing. It's a conversation, right? It's a conversation. And in this email, you can share with them your products, your services, and your offers. Okay, tell them exactly how you can help them solve their big problem quickly if they are ready to take action right now or right away. Okay, but it's totally cool if you're not, right? After all, we're in business and we do sell things, so I think it's smart to let people know that right off the bat, right? One thing that's really important to remember is that there are actually 3 speeds of buyers. Not everyone will buy right away, because the first one is like they're the ones like who are ready to buy now. Okay, that's the first speed of buyers. These are people who like just want, like cannot wait, they just want to buy right away. Okay, and then the medium or the second group they need a little more love, or like they need a little bit more time to think, process, see your offers, see what you can deliver. They still need to see some testimonials improve, right? Some value a little bit, so that they can buy from you, because they are like halfway, like they are 50-50, right? Logical and emotional. Okay, so you need to take them a little bit slow. And then there's this last group, which is the third buyers, which they need a lot of love. they need a lot of time. Okay, they are logically, they do not trust you. They're not even emotionally in, right? So they need a lot of convincing. Like, they need testimonials, they need value emails, they need a lot of targeting, they need a lot of breaking their beliefs so that they can align with you. Okay, so the important thing here is that this is not a sales email. I repeat, this is not a sales email. Right now, in the third email, you are still just two new friends connecting, okay, and getting to know each other a little bit better. So you're still saying, hey, look, here's what I have for you. And it's not like, hey, look, buy this stuff. No. Okay, so an example approach that you can use, you can start with a story, then share a little bit more about your marketing philosophy or approach. Then at the end, you let them know all of the ways that they can learn from you or work with you in your programs. Okay, you present them with some options if they are ready right now. Okay, no scarcity, no urgency, no pushing marketing, I don't know, stuff like one last chance or something like that. Okay, just, hey, here's what I have for you. If you're interested, check it out. Right, you just have to remember, you need to acknowledge, you need to include, you need to mobilize. Okay, welcome them, validate their needs, share how you can help them. Second thing, share your mission, your story, make them feel like part of something really big. Okay, something like a community that is really leveling up. And then when you mobilize, you present your offers as an invitation. You honor, like, hey, here is something that you can check it out, right? And also you can also take in consideration the time between each and every email. Okay, now let's say all those emails are done. Then what to send after these 3 welcome emails? You might be wondering, okay, then what? During that time, you want to be sending real-time emails to your list consistently, so that you can turn those ones who aren't even engaging into loyal fans who hopefully buy from you someday in the future, and then buy from you again and again and again and again and again. So key takeaways here is that send 3 welcome emails before you ever ask for a sell. Okay, don't use AI to write these emails, because people really need your personality and your humanity. The other thing is that first few emails are the most open, so make them count. Okay, make them really want to engage with the future emails. Other thing is that follow the AIM sequence, which is acknowledge, include, and mobilize. Make it all about them, not you. Build trust before making offers. Remember, there are 3 speeds of buyers, so honor them all as it is. Okay, when someone doesn't buy from you, just know that they need time to process. They need more time so that they can build that trust, build that logical and emotion. They can just align with you, right? The other thing and the last thing is that you need to test, optimize, and refine your sequences over time, right? I don't mean every day, but you can do it over time so that you can come up with something good and better for your email list, right? So the bottom line is that your welcome sequence is arguably some of the most important copy you will ever write in your business. It really pays to put in extra time and effort into making sure you get these emails right. So that's it. Hope you find value from this. See you on the next one. Peace.